Alright, welcome back everybody. In today's video I'll be reviewing this Redragon keyboard I got, and it is a K503. I unboxed this a couple of days ago and I got some time to use it and get a little familiar with it. So here's my review today. Here's what the box looks like. On here there's a couple features. It says 25 N key rollover, 20 multimedia keys, multi, however you say it. RGB backlight, which you can see there. This is actually the setting right when you plug it in. Swappable arrow keys, so you can swap the WASD with the arrow keys over here. Window key lock. Adjustment speed, I'm not sure what that's for, if it's for the lighting or what. And then also it says USB port. I mean, that's not really a feature nowadays. And then we got this little chrome dragon over here. And then there's the back of the box, and it has the same features listed again right there. Alright, first off, this is not a mechanical keyboard. This is a membrane keyboard with the little rubber domes. First thing I like about this is that it does not require a driver. Now some people don't mind that. I kind of stay away from keyboards that need a driver because that's just one more program that's running in the background of your computer, slowing it down a little bit. So this one, you just plug it in, and when you plug it in, this is the first thing you see is the rainbow. There are many other color options on here. You hold the function key, and on these keys you can see there's a LM1, LM2, LM3, 4, 5, and then this like off light key here. And you could also see the lights up and down and these waves on the side keys, and those are all for adjusting the colors. So if I go to LM1, it'll do like a breathing effect. And then you can control the speed if you hold function and do the right key or the left key. And that'll just really slow down the breathing of it. LM2 has solid colors, and you could have different colors. Unlike a lot of other cheap keyboards, because this keyboard was only like $27. This one actually has the teal and everything. A lot of the cheaper keyboards, they just have blue, red, and maybe purple or green. So this one does have, I believe, 6 or 7 colors here, and you can adjust the brightness. It is kind of dim compared to other keyboards I've had, but it's not just a backlight. The light does actually come through the keys themselves. Then you also have like this solid rainbow that's not moving here, and that's the moving one. You can control the speed over here, make it faster or slower. You got this like rainbow breathing effect. You can turn off the lights with function and the page down button, or you could also, if you're on another setting, you could just do the brightness all the way down, and that'll also turn off the lights if you want to. So anyway, we'll talk more about the lights later, but after having this for a few days, I do like how the keys feel. It is membranes, and these are not mechanical imitation, but these are pretty good. And I know personally it's hard to tell how loud or quiet something is through the camera's microphone, but these are extremely quiet. Like if I was talking, this would be like me barely whispering, so you could barely hear me. So that's just me making noise, but like regular typing, it would sound like that. So comparing this to my last keyboard, which was actually a blue switched mechanical keyboard, these keys are a little bit harder to push. It takes a little bit more force to push down, but these don't feel mushy like a lot of like generic keyboards that I've used. They do feel a little snappy to them. You could really feel when you push down the membrane on there. So they feel pretty good. I'm happy with it, but I can tell they take a little more force than the blue switches. And over time, my hands just feel slightly tired. I mean, this is just nitpicking. This isn't anything serious. This isn't going to be a horrible computer. But if you're used to horrible keyboard. But if you're used to blue mechanical switches, this is going to be a little harder to press down. And I noticed too, because of that, the blue switches are definitely a lot faster than these. So more about the keys on here. There are dedicated media keys up here. And even with no driver, all of these work. And the power button also works. I tried that. The power button will turn off your computer, but it will not turn your computer on. And then also on these F keys, you have media stuff on there. I'm not sure what all of these are for, but there's like pause, stop, next track, you know, volume up and down, a home page, search, things like that. And the only deal is you have to use this function key over here to use them. And so it kind of defeats the purpose. On my computer, I could do the volume with my mouse over here, but these media keys, they're normally set to the F keys. So for me to turn up or down the volume, which is over here, you can do it with one hand, but most of the time you're going to need two hands to do that. And that's kind of a bummer. I'd rather go through and click on my mouse than do that. There's also no volume roller on here. But it's nice that the function keys are there, but some of them, like a big one like volume, I would think that they would put it up here instead of it being one of these function keys. I also know on some laptops, the F1, F2, F3, that'll be what you have to hold down function for, and the media keys will be normal, but it's not like that on this one. You do have to hold down the function to get all of those. So anyway, other than that, there's no weird keys. There's no like short backspaces or anything. All these keys seem normal to me. Also this little wrist rest down here, whatever you call it, it's a little short. It's not like a full-size one, so it has a little bit of benefit on the right hand and almost no benefit on the left hand for me. Also, another quick note on all the physical parts of this, the cable is a fixed cable and it is on the right side. There's no way to change that. And there's also no like little cable management channels back here, but here's what the back looks like. And a good thing is these little standoffs, they do have a little rubber pad on the bottom, so that's nice. But there's the back. There's also rubber pads on the bottom here. Alright, something I almost forgot was the end of the USB cable. The end is pretty long compared to other ones. I don't know why that is, so that might affect you, it might not, depending where it's hooked up. And also, the cable does come with the little Velcro thing on here. Alright, so a couple final notes about the lighting. It does look nice, but it is not that bright. It looks pretty bright in the camera right here, but it's not that bright. Even in a pitch black room, it's alright. I mean, you could see the keys, that's the purpose of it. But I was a little spoiled with my last keyboard. My last one was insanely bright. And you could see now on the camera how much brighter this is than the other one. Also, this other keyboard had a silver background there. So it's not that bright, but it's better than nothing. And the reason I decided to go with a membrane keyboard this time was my last one, some of the mechanical keys, they started like double typing when I only hit it once. And that might have been, maybe I got a cheaper brand or something, I don't know. But I just know when I get membrane keyboards, they seem to last forever. So that's why I went with this. And also this is like cheap options, so I thought you guys be interested in a video about it. So this was $27. To put that in perspective, most regular non-backlit membrane keyboards are about $20, wired or wireless. My overall impression of this is it's just one step, one notch above a regular keyboard. It is definitely nice. I would recommend it to people, but you are not going to get the performance out of this that you would out of a mechanical keyboard. So that is it for this review. I hope it was helpful. Even if you're not getting this exact model keyboard, I hope this maybe helps you get an idea for the quality of this brand, Redragon, for their other membrane keyboards. I like this keyboard. I might still try a Redragon mechanical, and if I do, I'll be sure to make a video about that. Also, check my other videos. I will be reviewing this Magic Eagle keyboard that I've had for 3 years now, and just while I was switching over to this temporarily. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. If you have any questions, be sure to ask in the comments. I do answer all your questions, if I know them at least. So that's it. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.